We hear about people running half marathons and full marathons all the time, but this is something.
Yeah, you don't hear about open swims and swimming the English Channel. We have a real-life superwoman with us today.
Sounds like it.
And this is Chick to Chick.
I know we both like to stay very active, right? You know, you're out there skiing all the time and doing your thing. And I like to work out all the time. And I walk 6 miles every day. And I know a lot of people go, wow, that's impressive. Not really. Not really based on what we're about ready to hear.
So I met this woman a few years ago because her son and my daughter were involved on swim and diving team. I thought that this woman just dropped her kid off at the pool. I had no idea that she basically owns the water in the pool because she is an incredible swimmer. She swam the English Channel.
What?
Which we're going to get into that one.
Whoa.
She swam around Manhattan.
Unbelievable.
I shop in Manhattan. And she's got another swim that is coming up. So should we talk to this superwoman?
I can't wait to meet her.
All right. Well, joining us today is Jeannie Zappe. Jeannie, thank you for being with us today.
Hi, Jeannie.
Hi, Flora. Hi, Carrie. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you for having me.
Her story is tremendous.
Jeannie,
is it not?
Jeannie, talk to us. You swam the English Channel. Why? What? How? Go for it. Tell us everything.
Go.
Dive right in.
Yeah, dive in there, Jeannie.
Dive right in and summarize it pretty quickly. I swam it from September 5th of 2021 to September 6th. So I started at 10 p.m. and jumped in near Dover, England, off the boat and swam to the shore of a nearby beach. Put my hand up and blew the horn, and off I went. And 14 hours and 55 minutes later, I walked up onto the sand near Calais, France.
You actually walked. You didn't do some crawl up to the sand. Seriously, Jeannie, this is tremendous. How did you do this? This had to have been an unbelievable amount of training and determination and all the things.
Yep. I started open water swimming in 2010 with a 1 mile swim around a lake. And then 11 years later, the English Channel is 21 miles as the crow flies, but you can't go in a straight line. You kind of do an S. So a friend of mine estimated that I went 35 miles. So I went from 1 to 21 or 35, whatever it was 15 hours in 63 to 64 degree water. And no wetsuit.
And no wet. And I remember seeing photos. Did you have to put something on your skin that would protect you? I mean, how did you keep from being super cold and your muscles really tensing up and all the things?
Well, a lot of training. I did a lot of cold water acclimatization. So I swam in cold water. I went and found some in California, and I found some in Boston. And I sat in a 100-gallon tub of 61 degree water in my garage.
On purpose.
And I would sit there for an hour to an hour and a half and watch the Olympics last summer.
Oh my. And
while I cold water acclimated, I didn't wear anything on my skin except for zinc for sun. The stuff that channel grease, they call it. If you put it on your body, it's really for chafing. It's not really for warmth. And so you just have to do cold water acclimatization. So I wore a suit, cap, and goggles, and a Wonder Woman bathing suit.
Told you.
We love that.
Told you you're Wonder Woman.
So you talked about...
I always wear a Wonder Woman bathing suit when I do the big ones.
You are a Wonder Woman.
You should. Let me ask her this one thing quick. How many people swam the English Channel?
To date, since 1875, the first man crossed, Captain Matthew Webb, in 1875, and by my count, it's kind of tricky, but I think I was number 2,202. And since 1926, since Gertrude Ederle crossed, and she was a beast, she was the first woman to cross, and she broke the male record.
Wow.
And I think by my count, I was number 707, seventh woman. 707th.
Good for you. So you talked about, staying in cold water to get acclimated, and I get all that, but there's got to be a whole lot more of training that goes into this. The endurance.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for something like this? How do you train for something like this? And here comes the big one. Why did you do it?
Why did I do it?
Yeah. Good. Tell me about the training.
Yeah. Carrie knows me as a swim mom, and I was a swimmer in high school. If you can imagine, Carrie, I was disqualified in high school in freestyle.
Oh,
I did a flip turn and landed in the lane next to me and caused interference and stepped on the bottom. You can't do any of that in freestyle.
Wow.
And then fast forward 40 years, and I swam for 15 hours freestyle. I did do a relay across the channel, a 6-person relay in 2017, and that started getting me going. And I when I was out there on the channel, I thought, could I possibly do this myself? And I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I wondered if I could. And then a year later, I booked a pilot in 2018 for 2021. So you book really far out. And then I started doing harder swims and longer swims. I swim in the Hudson a lot. I swim down the Hudson. I swam around Manhattan. So I started stepping it up in terms of organized swims that were longer. And then I really stepped it up in December of 20, which was about 8 months before my swim. I made a goal of swimming every day in December of 20, and I swam 28 out of 31 days.
Wow.
And then from there, I just kept going up until I did the distance of the channel in a week. And I did that week after week after week. So I would swim about 21 to 23 miles a week.
So you're
eventually
training hard, you're building up your endurance. Why did you do this?
Why? That's a great question. I think the answer, short and sweet, is we get one life. Mm-hmm. You live it and live it well. And you guys are doing what you're doing, and you're doing cool things, and with what you're doing with Chick to Chick. And we all have our thing, whatever it's going to be. And I know when I was in high school, I used to read Swimming World magazine, and I looked at the Olympians and I thought, how great would it be, or how awesome would it be to be great at something? And I didn't know, I wanted to be great at something. And this doesn't make me great, but it was my version of doing something great and challenging myself. I wanted to be challenged. And I think there's a piece of Peter Pan in me where I just don't want to get old. And
relatable.
I was 20 years older than the average successful swimmer. So I wanted to kind of be a poster child for this is 55. Mm-hmm. Keep moving. Like Flora said, she walks 6 miles a day. You keep moving and things keep moving, and you feel young. And I feel really young, and I feel like a kid when I jump in and swim to France.
I get that because in my head, mm-hmm. I'm still 17. So I get that.
Yes.
And you can't tell me otherwise.
I'm not going to tell you otherwise.
And that's
completely immature.
I'm 17 right with you. Although I don't want to get DQ'd again, but that was okay.
No,
I got DQ'd, and then I swam the English Channel. Oh, well.
Yeah, right. Oh, well.
I hope that your old swim teammates and anyone still around from high school have realized the redemption that took place. That's a big leap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have another swim that you are training for. This is, I guess, what would be like the trifecta in the open swims. So what's coming up for you?
Yeah, there's something called the Triple Crown of Open Water Marathon Swimming. Who knew? And it's Manhattan, which was 29 miles, and the English Channel, which was 21 as the crow flies, and then Santa Catalina Island to Long Beach I have on September 13th. That was supposed to be a training swim for the English Channel because it's a 21-mile Pacific, cold. There's wildlife in there.
Oh, I was just going to ask you about that too. Not to interrupt.
There's called, we call it wildlife or men in gray suits. So there are possibly things in there. I can't think about that.
Yeah.
I will have a kayaker on this one next to me because I'm allowed to. In the English Channel, you can't have a kayaker because they'll flip. It's so rough out there. I'll have a boat and a kayaker. And I'll do that. It is a night swim. It starts at 11 p.m., similar to what I just did in the channel, which was 10 p.m. to 1 p.m. the next day. And it's a 21-mile direct swim to Long Beach. And if I can complete that, about 265 people total have done the Triple Crown of open water marathon swimming.
Unbelievable.
Isn't it?
So, Jeannie, as we wrap this up, I mean, you're incredible. You are a real life superwoman, as Carrie just said. Say it again.
Badass.
Badass. What is your message to other women and just in general? What's your message here?
I love inspiring people, and I especially love inspiring women. A lot of women have a lot of things to balance. Family, career, kids. And, for a long time, I thought maybe it was selfish for me to do what I'm doing and to spend time training, to go on, here and there, I have to swim. How many times have I told people I'm busy, I have to train, I'm busy, I have to swim. And then I decided this is not selfish. I'm trying to be a really good role model to my kids and to other women and to other people in general, that if you want something, darn it, you can do it. And I remember asking myself, or flipping it. I went through all the things of, should I do this? Why should I do it? Can I do it? And then I thought to myself, what if I can do it? And if I can do it, how cool would it be to share the message, inspire other people, to say to themselves, what if you can do what you want to do? We spend a lot of time saying we can't, but what if you can? Mm-hmm. You just might do it.
You didn't just can, you did it.
Yes.
You did it.
I did it.
And you continue to do it.
Yep.
And our hats off to you. Congratulations. And thanks for joining us today.
Yeah,
this
good
was
luck
awesome.
on your next swim.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to be here.
Thanks, Jeannie.
I'm telling you what, she's so inspirational, and I just love that she recognized I'm not being selfish.
No.
I am
Why
doing
do we
something
do that to
we
ourselves?
do that to ourselves too many times, and I love that she really reminded us again that you have one life and go chase whatever it is that you want to do. So hats off to Jeannie.
And you can do it. Don't say can't.
You can.
Say can.
Yes.
Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon to chirp about another topic. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Also, head on over to our YouTube channel. Like us, subscribe. We are Chick to Chick USA.